Yep. That one in the back's big.
This week, we're headed down to South Texas to meet up with our good friend, the Ranch Fairy, to bow hunt wild pigs. Once again, we're making a friendly competition out of it as Team America World Police will be defending their championship title from last year. And while we're at the ranch, we'll also be testing out different arrow and broadhead setups, eating good food, and generally just having a good time. So here we go.
Welcome.
We're just sitting on a park bench over here with a couple weird-looking Midwestern dudes.
Here we go.
Perfect. Yeah, 5 hours. That seems a little more like it's supposed to be.
Well, that had us going to Victoria's Secret.
Outside of
I'm happy to be here.
How are you? How are you, bud?
Yeah, pretty good.
We're all going up front tonight because the big one's got to get shot. Bigger one than old Gregor killed with me, 190. One of you guys.
What's your actual guess of weight?
He's pushing 220.
Oh, wow.
He's square.
Whoever shoots one of them might win the hog hunting world championship.
World championship. He was from here to that container.
Look at that.
What is
That's how you do a sunburn right there.
You got the mange? Yum. Nachos.
that was gnarly.
Hold up your prize.
So since we're the defending world champs last year, Team America World Police, there's my teammate right there. I think we get the right to name the other teams. So we affectionately named what last year was the Graybeards as Team Prostate Exam.
Team Arthritis.
Team Arthritis.
Team Arthritis. Obviously what was Team Youngbloods last year is going to be Team Brokeback Mountain. We get to keep our name since we're defending it.
And we're going to lay down the law on these hogs.
Troy's just the official. Get the
No, it pounds.
So we're doing a total of weight, and then the guys are going to track. So whoever has the shortest tracking distance gets an extra 100 points. Miss, minus 50. And lost, minus 100. We'll see what happens.
All right, we got to go. Me and Greg got to take all this camera gear out here. Greg's got a fancy,
Greg has
super
a
high speed
backpack like he's
camera.
going elk hunting.
Yeah, I hope I don't mess this up. He's got one tripod right here. There's two tripods. He's got 1, 2, I think a third main camera in the backpack.
7 cameras total.
And I have a bow and this thing. Look at all the freaking grasshoppers. There should be lots and lots of turkeys down here this year. But anyway, we're not hunting turkeys right now. I gotta focus here. Team Carpal Tunnel cannot be denied, or Team Arthritis, or whatever Thomas coined us. We're gonna wear it proudly. And that feeder is only about, I'm guessing only about 15 yards away. Prime. Wind's coming like this. Pigs are bedding back in the thick stuff back there. He's had a trail camera up on this one and they've been coming from that way. The big one's been coming right up the pipe right here. Let's get him. All right, we gotta move locations because the feeder is not throwing out corn. So we're gonna climb down, walk back, and then ranch is gonna put us in a different spot.
And there was so much time I was composed. I was really just waiting for those two biggest ones to come back. And then they left. And then they weren't coming back. And we're like, well, we better try to get a chance. Well, then the little ones were moving so much, I couldn't. It's just dark enough that it's hard to see, you know.
I love that
All sport, yeah.
She's really great. My wife's awesome.
I think it's one of my favorite stories to tell is the first time I met you pulling up there and you told me to come get in the driveway with you so we could wave that American flag at the Google truck as it goes by. I come walking up and he's out there, he's like, get over here! We're waving this thing like Mel Gibson in Braveheart.
Minus 50. We're down. We're in the negative.
Is that the truth? Absolute truth. Really come in late on you.
So late. We literally stood up to leave, and then they started growling. We sat back down.
Whole pile of them, and there's two bigger ones. So obviously we got greedy.
Yeah, gotta get weight.
Of course, you know,
They'd
they do hog things. It just and they kept moving around. Then eventually the two bigger ones pushed each other. You know, like one leaves, two leaves, three leaves, and they were just had moved on. I think like with this all was like minutes and minutes of going on. There was one left, and it was kind of spinning around. I'm sure I rushed it and I shot underneath of it. We were worried. We were a little too worried about the score. Like it was just like we're just trying to do too much.
We're all just vacuuming
So you
up
spent a
all
lot
the
of time
corn.
trying to define it.
And
And it was
within
like,
minutes.
Just turned it off.
Juicy.
It's a lot more enjoyable than the hot wings we ate down here last year.
Oh God, that was miserable.
Yeah, we're not doing that one ever again.
What are
It's torture.
I was about to throw up right there.
Alright. We didn't calculate the compounding effect of all of it going into your body. That was rough.
And then the effect on the plumbing of the cabin.
The after was absolute hell on earth.
Funniest part was coming down the next morning and Ward just sitting at the table. Ghost
I was just shaking. I was white as a ghost, just shaking.
It didn't get me that bad in the gut. It was hot. There was the second to last one, if I remember right. That one was rough. This isn't rough.
Here we go. Good luck to you, Zinger. Yeah.
The whole thing is funnel shaped like this.
Here we go. Second night here at the ranch. Team Arthritis. We're bringing a little extra incentive tonight. I got this Bucky sack here full of corn. This feeder's about 21 yards out there, so me and Greg are trying to get one right in our lap, 10-15 steps if possible, so we're gonna chuck a little extra gold out here in front of us, chum them up, bring them on in. It's gonna be good. We're going to a good spot. Knock on wood, I ain't never sat here and not seen pigs. We're in it to win it tonight. Me and Greg ain't even had time to get settled in. Turkeys started coming out of the woodwork. Then as soon as that feeder went off, two hens and a bunch of poults. And deer showed up, started blowing at us. And then I heard drumming. Like, oh, there's a long beard close. And then looked over to my right, and here come one, strutter, right out of the brush. He seen us though, and he boogied out here. And then Greg looks behind us and says, there's another mob coming. There were 6 or 7 jakes coming from over there. We had a good setup here. Feeder's right there, about 22 yards, so I put a little corn in between us and the feeder to get them to come in a little closer. And last year when we was here, that big boar come right across there and he hooked all the way in the back door. He came right here and smelled us, which was no good. Wind is coming like this though, and all the pigs usually come from that thick patch of woods back there. We'll see if Team Arthritis can pull off a harvest this evening of a massive adult boar. That would be wonderful.
We better kill him before dark. I was filming your broadhead and it jumped out of the frame. That doe's about to be back. 7 o'clock. Right on the money. Come on. Hear that? That's pigs, ain't it? Yep. Got pigs, we can hear them. Straight over top. See them? Over the, yep. Here they come. Yep. So, looks like a pretty big sow. Yeah, there's 2 more bigger ones in the back, too. Oh yeah, that one in the back's big. Oh, come on, baby. Come on, pork. See the light colored sow? Yep, I'm on her. That light one's definitely the biggest one. I really need him to come in closer so I can see to shoot him. I'm being too greedy, Greg. One that comes in here and gives me a real close shot, I'll shoot it. Like this one on the right. Yeah, they're gonna make a wide loop here. Right one, yep. I think I got it. Look good. Look good. I was getting a little greedy. I was trying to put team arthritis out front.
afraid to go out there and get that arrow because if more pigs come in, they'll wig out if that thing's out there and that lighted knock is glowing. But they also wig out if you leave a bunch of ground scent out there. So I took my corn bags, I put them around my feet. I went out there to get it. Now it's a big boar time. Time for the big boy to come in here. There's blood all over this arrow. That pig is smoked. We got smoked pork over there in those woods. There's the arrow.
Yeah, that's pretty red.
We know right where it went in.
Okay.
Oh, here's blood. We got good blood here. Now there's blood right here. Just went right up through the middle of a thick snarl. They're just different than deer. Deer follow paths, you know.
Oh, yeah,
These things just bulldoze everything. There's some on that leaf up there. Headed for the thick mass. Coming this way. Yeah, I got blood up here. I got the blood. It's running full bore, it looks like. You're killing my track. I'm trying to have a short one. There's a bunch of blood up here. Bunch of bubbles in it. Gotta be dead. How is this thing not dead? Yep, quite a bit of blood. Looks like mine slowed down right here. I have to hit it a little bit further back. Here, blood going this way. Kind of dark blood, like it might have been liver. Like one lung liver. Yep. Right here, there's a big pile of it right there. Like it stopped and stood here.
Ain't no quit in them, buddy.
Yeah, there's a bunch of it right here.
Yeah.
All over.
There it is.
Golly, good grief.
There
Our short track. Whew.
It must probably not as far as you think. Yeah.
That's the exit.
Yeah, but it's foaming. Good.
Yeah. Could have been just a hair forward. Yeah, it exited a little bit. That was the one thing I was.
Yeah, no, she was quartering too.
Yeah, just a hair. Yeah, you can see.
But
so what's that? One lung liver or the one lung back of the other lung?
we'll find out. All right. I guess the Magnus single bevel works, and when you sharpen them,
Yep. A lot of blood.
Yeah,
Good blood trail.
No,
201 yards. That's what it was.
Trail.
201. So it made it a lot further than I thought it would. But it's slow going through all that thick stuff. What's the easiest way to get this thing out of here?
Well, you got Onyx. I'm assuming that direction. I don't see the North Star anywhere.
Yeah, there's a.
Gonna be a hoot. Oh, this is the best drags ever. Team Arthritis.
Team Arthritis
is on the Bordus.
Oh, you.
I mean, incredible evening.
It looks like you made a great shot.
First one down the trip, right there. Yeah. I guess 85 actually. 85? Yep. Final answer, 85.
I'm gonna say 80.
Now, traditionally what's supposed to happen is I'm supposed to winch it up and she's just supposed to slide off the table and behave, but generally that doesn't happen. I expect a full crappie flop out of this.
And
survey says
90 plus.
Yeah, 91 or so. They're hard to judge just because they're so square and stuff. It fakes people out. And quite frankly, a lot of people don't ever weigh anything, like deer or anything, so they don't, in all fairness, they don't have any perspective. There's something on the lens, right? Bug on the lens. But the 265 I killed out here, his nose was here and his feet were off the ground. He's absolutely humongous. He was in the back of the scooter, his hams were out the one side and almost his whole head was out the other side. He was huge.
So a 90-pound sow is about How old?
Probably a year.
Year old.
From watching them on camera, they go from this to this real fast, and then they seem to slow down.
And we saw all sizes last night. We saw some little footballs.
Yeah, little zoomers, and then mostly these guys. This seems to be about the age where they get past predators out here. There's a lot of these guys. Pretty normal pig for us. Most of the test pigs I've done are this size. I think if you'd have just sliced the liver, I think we'd have never found her.
Yep. I'm very surprised at how, it barely nicked that lung.
Right.
Barely. Good luck. I hope you guys have success. Just in a limited fashion.
Wow. You got Captain Smooth shooting tonight. It's over.
There's some confusion right before the evening's hunt. Third day of the hunt. There's some confusion by the second and third place team. The pressure is mounting. Who will emerge victorious?
They didn't prostate exam. It's just, they're in shambles. They are scrambling.
First place.
You think we're scrambling?
Oh yeah.
Calm and cool, brother. Calm and cool. Good deal.
God, I'm ready for that pig to come out. That cardinal's gonna get it. Cardinal's gonna get smoked out of there. Such a long, I don't know how my GoPro died. I know that. I saw it flashed. I'm like, of course. I didn't hear him anymore, passed it out. But he could have just got out of earshot. Yeah, that was fun, dude. 15 minutes of him just staring at us. I could feel just like that, that adrenaline pump up in my upper, like the whole time. I was just like, it's unnerving. He's just standing there. Dude, here's what got me. So I could hear you breathing heavy when he was like coming through the air. I was like, oh, I'm gonna start breathing heavy now.
He got bigger.
Oh yeah.
I saw him out there, and then he got bigger over
Oh
here.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's the biggest one I've seen out here.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea.
It might be pushing Greg's.
Do you think?
Yeah, he's bigger than I thought.
Yeah, dude.
He had short legs. Watch him twitch. Yeah. See that?
Ever so slightly.
Every time. And he spun away from you. From this angle, I rarely pass through. It hits the ground because they're short. I'm dying to see what happened.
Oh yeah. Me too.
Yeah, surely got him. I guess we'll find out.
I just want to know what it hit.
Yeah, it's touch high and a little forward, but I think.
Either way, we'll learn something about it. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty much right where I wanted it to be. I kept telling him all I'm trying to do is tuck it as tight as possible. That's my goal. I remember thinking,
that spot is freaking sweet.
oh yeah, it puts him right in your lap. I mean, he was 14 yards.
Had the same shot I did, just he was facing the other way,
Mhm.
pretty much.
Yeah, it's the big bore spot.
It is a big bore spot. Oh yeah.
He circled around and came
That's
right
cool.
underneath. He goes, I think I got him there. I'm like, no, I was watching you. You got
I
him.
got him right under the tree.
Oh yeah, that's
awesome.
Yeah. We might have shot your pig.
I think y'all did.
Right here. Spot of impact. Let's track.
We shall.
Yeah.
Yep. He might just be laying head right there.
We might have got him already.
Oh man, that'd be great.
Or he broke it off.
No pig, no pig.
Looks like. Yeah, we're going that way.
That looks good.
Let's see what we do this morning.
Spiders.
Yeah.
Big blood right here.
Right there. I don't know if he went right.
Big blood right here. Not a lot, but some.
A little bit right here. I guess this last spot we got is a little
Drop right there on that leaf. I'm assuming he came out this way, but I don't know. Kind of seem like
last blood's right there coming back out. He went up in the thick and turned. Chad, watch out. My light's covering this area right here.
it looks like he might do that, doesn't it?
Smaller, but I mean, there was a leaf back here with a decent sized drop on it.
Big hole right here. He could.
I don't know.
Bright red.
It's right there in the middle of everything. But I mean, like when we gutted that thing, you're talking a kill zone that's that big, and it's not square.
Right.
It's like this rounded thing.
We need to go somewhere in that direction.
Yeah, I don't. Sure. It's amazing here.
I don't know where. I can't believe it. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a downward angle up
honestly
here.
I wouldn't believe it until we check tomorrow. You know.
Sad day. These things are hateful. You walk out here and you're sticky. Glasses fog up. It's awesome.
Zach and Nick had to leave. They got up at like 3 a.m. because Zach's flight left out of Houston real early, so they had to bail. But now we got to go to the airport and head on north. We had kind of an anticlimactic ending last night. We got back late. We went over there and tracked and trailed for a couple hours and did not come up with the pig. And we've been speculating a bunch on what the heck could have happened. You know, the shot's definitely high and just a hair forward maybe on a quarter and away, but it's really close. This
is one of those challenges with this game. I don't know what happened because we don't have the critter. my channel and what I'm doing is those are the ones you want, because then you can actually look at them.
Yeah.
Well, Ed always said, I wish we could get the ones we lost, because you'd learn way more than the ones that just run 30 and crappie flop.
Right.
So that's a challenge.
I think it's too high.
Yeah. That's why we need him.
I think it's too high.
That's why we need him.
Looking at that in there and like seeing where Greg out of the same stand hit his a few years ago.
It's much lower.
It's way lower.
Mm-hmm.
And like Greg hit his perfect.
Yeah.
Right on the elbow.
That was probably 3 inches lower than that hit.
Yeah.
And it was smoked.
Like when you look at it, that hits almost dead center body on the pig. And those make me nervous because I've hit them there and lost them. But
may have gone over the impact lung and only hit the other side.
Who knows? Like we had out here with my pigs, like you would think on the entry on that shot that it would have hit the impact lung.
Yep.
But it didn't.
Did not. What do? You're gonna have every once in a while with the best arrow platforms or the whatever arrow platform you've been shooting for a million years. Doesn't matter which ones they are. You're gonna have one that just you go
get a funky hit.
I can't make sense of this.
Yeah.
And these guys hate dying. They're not immortal. They just hate dying. Get a lot done down here, and then, like you said on the podcast yesterday, you're like, I got all kind of ideas for next time to try.
We need to get.
What we did was we were shooting through the pig and doing this test and that, and we were just like plucking 2 arrows out of everybody's quiver, and then you're down to 4 or 5, but they get destroyed. So we're going to build this Destructo set. But you got to have a dozen. It's one of the things that's hard about the testing thing, especially when you're shooting critters, is the arrows get tore up. Mostly the fleshings come off. We broke some crappy broadheads, but the shafts themselves were intact.
They were. The crappy broadheads are not. They're kind of laying in pieces all over.
All right, well, it's been a blast.
Thanks again.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you guys.
What's the final tally then?
You win.
You guys won. Getting the bronze.
They went from first. They didn't even get bronze. They're under. There's no score for 0.
It's like Jeopardy.
Yeah. Negative Jeopardy.
That said, let's take a look at the scores.
Sean Connery.
You think you're pretty smart, don't you, Trebek?
We struggled.
Second place was Team Brokeback Mountain with 0 points.
0 points.
Played it conservative. No shots or anything.
No shots. Yeah, played it conservative. We were hoping both of y'all would fail so bad they win with 0.
Yep. Team Arthritis. Hey, last year we were dead last, so I know what it's like to be down there in the gutter.
We really kind of struggled this year. They didn't want to. They didn't play like they have. We've had real consistent action with y'all.
Yeah,
this year they just decided. The turkeys decided to eat all corn. Deer mobbed us. Turkeys were rolling around, which is good to see. Seeing a lot of turkeys.
Yeah,
but that's not when you're pig hunting. You don't want turkeys. When you're turkey hunting, you see pigs and deer. And just to make it more frustrating, way out that way, we've got a feeder. Greg and Aaron left the first night, and the pig came in 20 minutes later. The second night, he came in at 8:40 and sat there for an hour and just did circles around the feeder. Last night they said, "Oh, we're really gonna whack him."
Didn't work.
He's got to be near there.
He didn't come out. You said in the past, sometimes those big suckers almost know you're there.
I think he's close.
They get you figured out.
I think he's laying over there in the bushes. He can see the feeder.
Yeah.
And he lets his scent go back in the brush to keep everything else off, to your point. And I think he's seen us go in.
He might. I don't know. We didn't get him.
No, he's big.
We got a 91. We didn't get the big hoss.
That was a big one. That was a big one.
All right.
All right. Well, that's
go catch a bird, Ted.
Let's go sweat.
Get on a plane.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys later. As always. Bye.